Channel 1, Channel 2, Channel 1, Channel 2, Channel 1, Channel 2, Channel 1.
Coming up on Star City News.
Lincoln City officials say get ready. Mandatory cardboard recycling begins April 1st.
There should have been one school shooting, and we should have fixed it.
Angry parents and students involved in the Florida school shooting rampage confront lawmakers and President Trump.
And today's snowy start may not be over yet. More snow and ice are in the forecast.
These stories and more right now on Star City News.
Live from the College of Journalism and Mass Communications, Star City News starts now.
Hello and welcome to Star City News. I'm Abby Peterson.
And I'm Parker Siza. Lincoln residents will have to start breaking down their cardboard as of April 1st. Clean and dry corrugated cardboard will no longer be accepted at the city landfill. Our very own Star City's Katrina Spurl has more on the story. Katrina?
The landfill ban beginning on April 1st applies to all Lincoln residents and businesses. I was able to get an inside look of Mid-America Recycling this morning. Last year, Lincoln paid to bury 19,000 tons of cardboard. Mayor Chris Beitler kicked off the Take It to the Bin campaign this morning, encouraging Lincoln residents to recycle cardboard.
This one change, keeping corrugated cardboard out of the landfill, will be a huge leap forward in meeting our community's goal to substantially increase our city's recycling rate from about 21% to about 31%.
The city recognized local businesses and organizations that have already adopted effective waste reduction and recycling programs.
We've learned that our customers want to do business with a company that practices sustainability. And we've learned that people want to work for a company that encourages and educates people on green practices both at work and at home.
General Manager of Mid-America Recycling, Kelly McReynolds, says they have received many calls from both residents and businesses already preparing for the cardboard ban.
So you're starting to see a lot more residents recycle. We're starting to see a lot more cardboard that's in the residential single stream. So we definitely do already see an increase in the material.
Mayor Beitler says the city is not penalizing residents for not recycling their cardboard, but hopes that everyone partakes in this Going Green action by April 1st. It will be free for residents to recycle cardboard at one of the 28 public drop-off sites, or you can subscribe to curbside recycling.
Now it's time for the rest of the community to take this simple step to extend the life of our landfill and to protect our environment and our quality of life.
For instructional videos and resources, check out their website at recycle.lincoln.ne.gov.
Thanks, Katrina. A special prosecutor charged former state trooper Tim Flick with his role in a high-speed car crash resulting in the death of 32-year-old Antoine Ladeau. The incident happened on October 3, 2016 on Nebraska Highway 27 north of Gordon. The dashcam video shows Flick pursuing Ladeau, who was intoxicated. Flick at the time said he used tactical vehicle intervention on the car. Ladeau was killed in the accident.
My brother's dead? Yeah!
Your brother is deceased. You've got to lay still. You've got to lay still. No.
In December 2016, a Sheridan County grand jury did not recommend charging Flick with a crime. The new charge on Wednesday cited Flick for motor vehicle homicide. Flick's attorney, David Domlia, said Flick will respectfully and vigorously defend himself against these charges. Flick is cited by the court rather than being arrested.
Well, classes resumed as normal Thursday in Plattsmouth, Nebraska after being canceled Wednesday while authorities investigated a pair of terroristic threats. The school's administration said 2 male students, ages 15 and 16, were developing plans to threaten the school. Plattsmouth wasn't the only school to receive threats of violence. We'll tell you about a little local incident later on.
There are some things women cannot avoid. That's why a bill has been introduced to take sales tax off feminine hygiene products. Star City News reporter Marjani Knighton has more.
Nebraska taxes feminine hygiene products as a luxury good, even though women don't necessarily see their monthly occurrence as a luxury. Senator Mike McDonald is looking to get rid of this sales tax by introducing a bill called the tampon tax, or in other words, the pink tax.
We feel that's a medical necessity.
Walgreens told me tampons in their stores cost between $6 to $7 a box, depending on the brand. The average woman spends about $120 a year on tampons. With a tax exemption, you could save 3 to 5 of those dollars, but that's not including the medication some need during their period. I talked to a Lincoln resident, and she believed this bill should have been introduced a while ago.
I think that it's a long time coming, and it needed to happen a long time ago because we can't stop our periods.
Senator McDonald agrees this will help many women in Nebraska, but there might be a problem due to the state's budget.
But the amount of revenue that it's going to take away from the state based on having a new sales tax exemption. So that's been more of the discussion, is based on we're in a financial situation.
With that being said, a committee hearing date has not been set, but if it does get passed, it will take effect on October 1st of this year. I'm Marjani Nayan from Star City News.
Thanks, Marjani. Well, this morning, the capital city received a fresh coat of snow on the ground.
That's right. You're looking at shots outside our studios here at Anderson Hall as drivers attempt to make their morning commutes in the snow. Well, our meteorologist, Dylan Steinkruger, he's outside as well and will give us a first look at weather. Dylan?
Well, plenty of snow on the ground right now. That has been making those road conditions pretty slick throughout the day. Not a whole lot of precipitation in the air right now. The big question is, as we head into tonight, will we see another shot for some wintry precipitation? I'll have all those answers and more coming up in just a bit.
Well, coming up next on Star City News, we will take a look at President Trump's proposed action that will allow trained teachers to carry weapons.
And we take a look at a new campus bike service that could help students commute. That and more is coming up next.
Ever have trouble traversing the busy streets and sidewalks of Lincoln? The University of Nebraska contracts with StarTrain to prevent those transportation headaches. The East, City, and Innovation campuses are all connected through routes that run Monday through Friday during the fall and spring semesters. While low prices are available for all passengers, students, faculty, and staff receive additional deals. All students actually receive an annual bus pass through their student fees. Cut traffic out of your day and experience these convenient services.
The Cat House is a local no-kill cat shelter and adoption center where volunteers pledge to care for and provide a loving home to hundreds of cats every day. The cats are housed in spacious rooms where visitors can interact and play with the cats. Donating to the Cat House provides medical care and helps find these cats a forever home. Located on the corner of 37th and O Street, visit the Cat House today to donate or adopt.
Searching for a college can be challenging. There's so many things to look for. Dorms, campus involvement, classes, and facilities all play a factor. So why not take a campus visit? At UNL, you can sign up for a campus visit Monday through Friday in the morning or the afternoon. All visits include a welcome session, walking campus tour, and an academic appointment with a specific major. We aim to provide the ultimate student experience with every visit, so sign up for your campus visit today.
We'll see you soon!
Visit admissions.unl.edu for information on how to sign up.
Get your ice cream fix today from the UNL Dairy Store. The UNL Dairy Store features a great variety of flavors and options and has offered their delicious treats with the University of Nebraska-Lincoln since 1917. The store also features special happy hour prices Monday through Friday. Stop in at the UNL Dairy Store today and enjoy some delicious handmade ice cream. You owe it to yourself.
Following a mass shooting at a Florida high school last week, multiple threats of school violence are making headlines right here in Nebraska. These threats of copycat crimes have become increasingly common. Just this week, law enforcement have arrested individuals at 3 different schools in Lincoln, Omaha, and Plattsmouth. Students at Millard South and Plattsmouth High schools were booked for making terroristic threats, while a student at Lincoln Southwest High School brought a realistic-looking BB gun to school.
The student showed the weapon to several other students and a teacher was notified. A school administrator confronted the student and discovered that the student was carrying the BB gun in his waistband.
On Wednesday, dozens of Omaha middle school and high school students joined thousands of others around the country in walkouts to protest gun violence.
Well, President Trump met with victims and families of the Florida school shooting at a listening session in the White House Wednesday. There, the president said he'd be open to trained teachers carrying firearms to prevent shootings. The topic, however, raises debate.
President Trump spoke Wednesday about the benefits of arming teachers.
This would only be obviously for people that are very adept at handling a gun.
A teacher who sheltered dozens of students at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School questioned Florida Senator Marco Rubio about what arming teachers like herself would cause.
Am I supposed to have a Kevlar vest? Am I supposed to strap it to my leg or put it in my desk? How am I supposed to go on that way?
Rubio responded he doesn't support such action.
The notion that my kids are going to school with teachers that are armed with a weapon is not something that, quite frankly, I'm comfortable with.
Lawmakers in several states are looking to lift restrictions on trained teachers possessing firearms. Currently, Nebraska law states no teachers can be armed with weapons. Today in Lincoln, educators met for a threat assessment workshop. Its goal, to assess and manage potential risk of violence. All of this aims to help prevent disasters like last week in Florida.
We now have a statement sent to us from the Nebraska State Education Association's Executive Director, Mandy Fennell. The NSEA believes that all students and education employees must be allowed to learn and work in an environment free of unauthorized guns and other deadly weapons. The association also believes that students and education employees should never be allowed to carry firearms in an educational environment, unless explicitly used for school-sanctioned activities. Bringing more guns into our school does nothing to protect our students and educators from gun violence. Our students need more books, art and music programs, nurses and school counselors. They do not need more guns in their classroom. Parents and educators overwhelmingly reject the idea of armed staff.
This week, there were many meetings with students, parents, and lawmakers following the Parkland, Florida school shooting last week that left 17 dead and many others injured. It has now been a week since a gunman stormed the halls at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School in Parkland, Florida, leaving 17 dead. Now the survivors are calling for a change. Students gathered in Tallahassee this week asking lawmakers for stricter gun control measures. On Tuesday, the Florida House voted against debating a measure to ban semi-automatic weapons. On Wednesday, students spoke out about the decision.
Next step of someone with an assault rifle here in Florida is going to be on them.
They still had 71 people say nay to 36 yay. That's unacceptable. I just felt anger, dismay, and a drive to really not stop.
At the White House on Wednesday, students and parents met with President Donald Trump. One angry father who lost his daughter in the shooting said it needs to stop here.
Should have been one school shooting, and we should have fixed it. And I'm pissed, because my daughter I'm not going to see again. She's not here. She's not here. She's in North Lauderdale at whatever it is, King David Cemetery. That's where I go to see my kid now.
On Wednesday, the CEO of the NRA, Wayne LaPierre, said their solution is to make you, all of you, less free. They want to sweep right under the carpet the failure of school security, the failure of family, the failure of America's mental health system, and the unbelievable failure of the FBI.
And you may be noticing new bicycle docks on UNL's campus, but these are no ordinary bike racks. Bike LNK is an initiative for an effective two-wheel transportation share service for UNL, and it is in its finishing stages. The docks, being installed this week and set to be active in early April, will offer bikes to campus students, faculty, and staff for just $10 per year. These kiosks are common throughout large cities and is being operated by the city of Lincoln. And now Danny Burke will give us a look at sports and what's coming up later in the show. Danny?
Coming up on Star City Sports, Husker Women's Hoops looks forward to a big night. And both the Huskers baseball and softball team are set for a warm weekend of games up ahead. Plus, we take a look at the United States' historic day in the Winter Olympics. All of that and more next on Star City Sports.
Thanks, Danny. Looking forward to it. Well, the snow last night made it a little difficult for commuters today. Will this weather stick around?
After the break, we'll take a look at the weather in the capital city.
Where do you want to go?
What do you want to do? Visit the Education Abroad office or go online to find out more information. Education Abroad. Go big, go abroad.
The Capital Humane Society offers a wide variety of pets, from cats and dogs to rabbits and reptiles. The Capital Humane Society will help you find the right pet. With private rooms, you are allowed to meet and play with the animal of your choice. The Capital Humane Society offers adoption fees that are half the cost of a pet store. Call the Humane Society at 402-441-4488 or visit their website, capitalhumanesociety.org, for more information on pets that are currently available.
Huskers Helping Huskers Pantry Plus is an on-campus pantry at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, offered to students in need. This is a resource for students who struggle with food or shelter insecurity, providing food, hygiene, and school supplies. Located on the 3rd level of the Student Union, all you need to access the pantry is your student in card. Want more information on donations or using the pantry? Please visit our website or come on up and see us.
For a touch of the outdoors, come on down to the UNL Outdoor Adventure Center and Bike Shop. Come enjoy a climb on our fun indoor rock wall. Visit the bike shop for bike rentals and repairs. On top of that, the Outdoor Adventure Center also offers many other outdoor activities and trips throughout the year, such as camping, hiking, and canoeing. The Outdoor Adventure Center is located on the beautiful UNL campus with friendly and knowledgeable staff who are ready to help. For more information, go to the Outdoor Adventure Center website or call them at 402-472-4777.
Well, it was a snowy evening in Lincoln last night, and today it has been a cold day. Really cloudy outside right now, 30 degrees though here in the capital city. Winds are making it feel a little bit colder at about 23 degrees right now. They are to the south at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. That is bringing in a little bit some warm air, but not doing much to warm it up here at the surface at least. And really, as you see this, we are pretty cold for this time of year. Actually about 12 degrees below average from what we see around this time in February. And actually this is a story that's playing out across much of the state right now, especially as you head up further to the northwest into the panhandle of Nebraska. Really cold up in that region. 22 up there in Valentine, 21 in Alliance, and even colder as you head further that way. A little bit warmer though as you head back towards home here. Lincoln at 30 as we said, Columbus at 27, and then the Omaha metro area at 30. And then as you head even further to the southeast, it gets even warmer. Kansas City right now in the lower 40s, making it feel like some summertime temperatures down there right now. Now, the National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory, and you see a lot of purple on this screen, and that extends across much of the portion of southeastern Nebraska. Now, up here just in the blue, a winter weather watch has been issued for the Burwell region, right across the central Nebraska region. They're going to be seeing a lot more in terms of some snow production as we head into this evening. Now, for much of us here, we're going to be looking more at a chance for some wintry precipitation. And you can see it right now, not a whole lot going on here in the southeastern portion of the state in the Lincoln and Omaha metro areas. You can see the purple and the pink, that is freezing rain, and then further up there, the blue being snow. So a lot of snow up there across the central portion of the state, as we mentioned. Not a whole lot going on right now here in this area, but that's going to change. As we head into tonight, we're going to see a pretty significant chance for some wintry precipitation. Temperatures are going to continue to cool off as we get down into the teens, but it's going to be that mix of precipitation that is going to potentially wreak some havoc on the roads. And you can see it here across Lancaster County and much across the southeastern portion of the state. That pink that we see at the beginning of the model loop is some freezing rain, and we are right on the edge of it. So that is going to be something to keep in mind. If you're heading out tomorrow early morning, make sure you're keeping an eye on those roads, because there is a very good chance that there could be some very icy conditions with some snow coated on top of it. The good news is that when we head into Friday, we're going to get a little bit of a warm-up. Temperatures should actually bump above the freezing point, and maybe we can melt off a little bit of this snow that we've been seeing over the past few days. Winds will shift out to the northwest, but some sun should melt some of the snow off. And then a chance once again on Saturday for another chance of some wintry mix. And we'll see this here once again, a very similar situation that we're going to be seeing over the tonight into Saturday as we get that clear slot in there. But then once again, we see that band of snow and that mix of precipitation moving right through the Lancaster and Lincoln and Omaha areas. And then as we head into our 7-day outlook, the good news is we see a little bit of a warm-up as we head into the latter portion of our weekend. Temperatures could actually climb up into the 50s as we head into Monday and Tuesday. And then once again, we see the shot for another chance for some precipitation. The interesting part is we could actually see a little bit of a chance for some severe weather in the region. So warmer temperatures associated with that. We're not sure if it's going to be a snow event, a warm event with some rain. It's still up in the air 5 days out, but at least for now it's cold and snowy and not fun out there.
Well, severe weather kind of reminds you that spring is almost on the way, and with the nice temperatures we're going to get next week, that should mean that spring's getting closer.
We could have a little bit of some relief in that regard, yeah, for sure.
Well, coming up next in Star City Sports, Danny Burke previews the Nebraska women's basketball game.
And we'll take a look at how the United States is doing in the Olympics. You're watching Star City News.
People are tired of listening to the same old sports shows. We'll be tired no longer and tune into the Second String on KRNU2. Join hosts Alex Fernando.
Listen, the Big Ten will not have a team in the playoffs.
And Nate Muehlbach.
Don't know why we're discussing this. The Warriors are the best basketball team of all time.
As we bring you all the info and news from around the sporting world. So tune into the Second String, Mondays at 7, only on KRNU2. For over 28 years, the Lincoln Children's Museum has been creating playtime for thousands of kids and their families. Children can create, discover, and learn through the power of play. The Lincoln Children's Museum also offers several programs and camps throughout the year, located in the heart of downtown on P Street. Come have fun at the Lincoln Children's Museum.
Explore Morrill Hall, located on the UNL campus.
The Nebraska Repertory Theater creates innovative theatrical experiences to ignite the imagination, challenge the heart, promote an inclusive community, and inspire the next generation of theater artists. Shows include the 2004 Tony Award-winning musical Avenue Q, a showcase of future rep actors, directors, and designers. Join us for the first annual Reps Rising Stars. And finally, an adaptation of William Golding's classic novel, The Lord of the Flies. For more information and tickets to upcoming shows, visit www.nebraskarep.org.
Welcome into Star City Sports. I'm Danny Burke. The Nebraska women's basketball team has much to celebrate tonight, being the final game of the regular season and senior night. Seniors Jasmine St. Cord, Janae Morton, and Emily Wood will soak in their final game at PBA as the Huskers look to lock up their 11th straight Big Ten victory of the season against Penn State. The game is set for 7 p.m. and will prove to be crucial, as a win tonight for Nebraska would secure a top 4 seed in next week's Big Ten tournament. And a win tonight is not the only thing the team has to look forward to. Head coach Amy Williams was named a semifinalist for the Werner Ladder Naismith Women's Basketball Coach of the Year. The second-year Husker head coach has led one of the nation's top turnarounds, guiding the Big Red to a 19-8 overall record, which is a 12-game improvement in the win column from last year. Williams is the only Big Ten Conference coach listed among the top 10 semifinalists, and the winner will be announced on March 31st. Well, the Huskers men's basketball team also has a matchup against Penn State to look forward to, too. Barring a Big Ten tournament championship, this game is practically do or die for the Huskers if they want to sneak into the NCAA tournament. Despite the Nittany Lions falling at home to Michigan last night, ESPN's bracketology still has Penn State as the first 4 out, where the Huskers are labeled under the next 4 out. The Huskers have a chance at another important win in Sunday's season finale when they host the Nittany Lions at 4 p.m. Moving away from the hardwood, where the Huskers baseball team returns to Arizona this week for 4 games at the Big Ten and Pac-12 Challenge in Surprise, Arizona. The Huskers are coming off a strong weekend, going 3-1. Head coach Darren Erstad and catcher Jesse Wilkening talk about their opening success.
I say it was pretty good. We pulled out 3 wins, so it was pretty cool. First, best start in a long time, as I said, I guess. So, yeah, that was, we stuck to our approach. It's what we were going to do that the whole weekend. So we've been preparing that for the whole, since the fall.
We pounded the zone, which was great outside of the end of that Washington State game. Defensively, we played like we expected to play. I just loved our aggressiveness on the base pass, our dirt ball reads. I mean, they obviously have been paying attention in practice.
Today, the Huskers open up against number 2 ranked and 2017 College World Series participant Oregon State.
Like any other weekend, go out there and compete against them. They're a great team. As of last year, they're definitely great too. This year they look like they're pretty good too.
The Huskers look ahead to Utah at 6 p.m. Friday, and once again the Beavers of Oklahoma State on Saturday at 5 p.m., and then wrapping up the weekend on Sunday, battling the Utes once more at 2 p.m. And another Huskers team enjoying the West Coast weather is the Huskers softball team. The number 23 ranked Huskers travel to Cathedral City, California this week for the Mary Nutter Collegiate Classic. Nebraska begins with a doubleheader tonight, starting with Texas A&M at 7:30 and Mississippi State at 10 p.m. Nebraska is coming off a 3-1 weekend in Atlanta, Georgia, where the Huskers swept Georgia Tech and went 1-1 with Boston College as part of the Big Ten ACC Challenge. Well, one coach for the Huskers will not be returning next year. Assistant head coach for the Huskers volleyball team, Tyler Hildebrand, is already departing from Nebraska after only 1 season with the team. Hildebrand accepted a position as a director of coaching for USA's volleyball's beach national team. Hildebrand came to Nebraska last February and helped the Huskers tally another NCAA championship. And now it's time for an Olympic update. The U.S. men's hockey team lost in heartbreak fashion to the Czech Republic 3-2 last night in the quarterfinals. The game went into overtime where it was unable to be decided and then ultimately ended in a shootout where the Americans could not put the puck through the net. But on the bright side for the Americans, one hockey team was able to stand atop the podium. The U.S. women's hockey team, after 2 decades, finally got to wrap the gold around their necks. The win came against no other than our neighbors to the north, as this Olympic hockey rivalry naturally ended in dramatic fashion. The 2 teams were deadlocked at 2-2 heading into overtime, where neither team was able to provide any offense. That is, until the gold would be decided on a shootout. It took until the 6th round, but Jocelyn Lamoureux-Davidson juked out the Canadian goaltender to give the Americans the lead. And then the 20-year-old Maddie Rooney sealed the deal in the net as she denied the last 2 Canadians to secure the 3-2 win for the United States. And another gold for the U.S. makes our top play of the day, where broadcaster Chad Salmella delivers the best call of the Olympics thus far. Check it out.
All right, Danny, good stuff. You have a final score for the Husker baseball team, correct?
Yeah, unfortunately, didn't go their way today, falling 9-1 to the Beavers. They got 17 hits. Rough day. Wow. They could bounce back tomorrow at 6 o'clock. They'll be playing Utah, so hopefully a little better day.
All right, coming up, we're going to tell you about the national holiday that you're going to want to celebrate. You're watching Star City News.
Established in 1978, KZUM has been the voice of the Lincoln community for more than 40 years.
From humble 10-watt beginnings to streaming worldwide, this nonprofit radio station provides talk, news, and music programming of all genres.
KZUM has over 90 volunteer programmers, giving a voice to the Lincoln community.
To learn how you can program your own show, visit kzum.org.
Like us on Facebook to keep up with the upcoming events of many kinds.
On the rocks, frozen or straight up, take your pick because today is National Margarita Day. Margaritas are the most common tequila-based cocktail served in the U.S. Other ingredients, of course, usually include triple sec and lime or lemon juice. Bars and restaurants across the country are offering deals and specials, so look out for those. Also, check out the hashtag National Margarita Day on social media to see how people are celebrating. But just remember, whatever you drink, please drink responsibly. That's all we have time for you today. On Star City News, I'm Abby Peterson.
And I'm Parker Siza. Have a good night.